my friends and my subscribers, y'all should think of a name to call yourselves. Yeah. And today I'm doing, per request, a review of one of the 3 German Tier 8 medium tanks, and that would be the Panther II. The Panther II, how it is just a basic tank. There's not a lot going on for it. In my opinion, I played it a long time ago, and I sucked back then, so some problems. But anyways, I'm comparing it to itself. Well, that's it. And then the Panther 8.8, which is essentially the same vehicle with minor differences, and the Indian Panzer, which is the 90mm armored one. And first off, DPM 2411, which is the same as the Panther, the other Panther, the 8.8, because it's basically the same tank. 203 pen, which is worse when you compare it to the 90mm on the Indian, which is 212, but the Indian also suffers that slight decrease in DPM by about 19, but it has higher alpha, because the 88s only have 220 and the 90s have 225. 2mm equals 5 more damage. OP. 10.96 rounds per minute compared to 10.63 on the Indian, which is a 5.47 second reload compared to a 5.64 second reload. And so we've already discussed 88s on these two, the Panther 8.8 and the Panther II, and 90 on the Indian. In case any of you are wondering why I zoomed in so far, it's because it was pointed out to me very helpfully that not all my audience are watching on a screen the same size as mine, so it will appear much harder for them to see it than it would be for me to see it, which is why I zoomed in. 1,000 meters per second shell velocity, yeah, whatever. Aim time, this is where we get the first difference between the Panther 8.8 and the Panther II. 1.72 on the Panther II compared to 1.54 in the Panther 8.8 because it did get buffed. I think it's been buffed like 3 times now. And that's compared to the abysmally long Indian Panzer's aim time of 2.63. I mean, it's really not that bad, but compared to these, yes it is. Another difference between these two vehicles is the 0.308 compared to 0.299 dispersion. 3% difference makes a big difference, and the Indian has the exact same. On movement and rotation, it is 0.12, which is worse than the 8.8 centimeter, which is 0.1. The Indian has 0.16, which isn't horrible, but compared to the other two, yes, it is. Depression, it's got 8 degrees, which the 8.8 shares, and the Indian Panzer actually excels at that 10 degrees. It's amazing. But it has 20 degrees of elevation compared to 14 on the 8.8, which doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. And there's 20 on the Indian. Aiming arc, obviously, it's got a fully rotatable turret. Speed, 55 kilometers an hour on both of these vehicles, but I don't know if they get there that fast. And 20 in reverse. The Indian is slightly slower forwards, 50, and the same speed in reverse. Engine horsepower, it's the exact same for the Panther II and 8.8. It's worse for the Indian Panzer, 693 horsepower instead of 770. Power weight ratio, therefore, is 14.39 on the Panther II, compared to its compatriot in the 8.8, which has 16.68. Wait a minute. Okay then. Which is 16% better, which is a massive difference. If you were to take this thing and try to accelerate, this thing would win. The drag race, this thing would win by quite a bit. And this thing would beat them both. Even though in the long run, these will outrun this because it's 5 kilometers per hour lower top speed. But that extra almost quarter of the horsepower per tons is impressive. Okay. Effective horsepower per ton, however, is 18 for this thing on hard, 16 on medium, 10.3 on soft, and that's down to these terrain resistance, which is amazing. 0.8, 0.9, and 1.4 on hard, medium, and soft. the Panther 8.8 is slightly worse, 0.9, 1.2, and 1.5. Well, it's actually quite a bit worse on medium, which is why its power weight ratio is worse, but it's effectively better on hard and soft. However, due to weight differences, the Indian Panther wins on soft. Yep, no mod reverse rates, don't understand what that is, but I'm pretty sure that's maybe your degrees per second you can traverse your turret or your hull. No clue. 55 for the 8.8 because that was buffed. Credit coefficient, well, that's no comparison here because this is a premium tank and these aren't. View range 274, which is nice, very nice. Health, both the Panther II and 8.8 have 1450 compared to the Indian Panther's 1300, which is 10% difference, and 10% is enough that you can take one more 75mm hit than you can with this thing. But, you know, depends on armor too. This thing is a heavy old gal of 53.5 tons, and this thing, I don't understand why it only weighs 46.18. Well, now I do. Yeah. And then this thing weighs less than 40, which is why its power weight ratio is impressive like that. Hull armor, 100 on the front of the Panther II, 80 on the front of the 8.8, and 90 on the Indian. So this thing, in theory, has better frontal hull armor. And then 60 on the sides, which is better than the Panther 8.8, but worse than the Indian. The Indian can actually side scrape, basically, as well as a heavy tank. It also has better rear armor, 45 compared to 40 on both of these. And then turret armor, it's exactly the same because it's the same turret, 120, 60, 60, but the Indian only has 90 on the front, but the Indian isn't as flat on the front, and it's got a mantlet, which is spaced armor, which isn't taken into account in raw thickness. But it's still fairly penable. Wow, 7 minutes on this. I'm sorry, I'm taking forever. 90 on the side, so it's better. 45 on the rear. Yep. And this thing is very unpopular. This thing's pretty popular, and this isn't because the Leo is not fun. It's not fun. It's not hard. It's hard to play. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's enough of this. I've been talking for too long. Okay, so I forgot to record, just to start recording before I went into battle, because I wanted to point out the weak spots of this tank. But generally, if you can see the front of this tank, shoot it in your pen, unless you're in something like a stock 87, or, you know, using HE. If it's side scraping, it has a chance to bounce your rounds, unless you've got a big enough gun, and look, one of my clanmates is in this battle. Hi. That's ho. Okay. I'm not going to cross the river because this tank is nowhere near fast enough. And none of my team wants to because I didn't. Isn't it amazing how that works? T49As, obviously, that's what's getting spammed at this tier. I mean, at least it's not MBT70s because I cannot pen that thing. And I can barely pen an IS-6 with this gun. I mean, it's not a horrific pen, it is still 200mm. He got missed by me? Seriously? Get ammo wrecked. Yeah. So a casual ammo rack at the beginning of the game instead of a RAM. RAMs are much more cool, but ammo racks are much more efficient. Plus it was over double my alpha. Oh, he turned it over just the right moment to eat that shell. And now the enemy are all in the town. I'm going to leave that 87 to whoever wants to kill him. And I'm going to turn around and let's do something. Okay, so we've done 1,000 damage roughly, most of which is from that ammo rack. My average in this vehicle is 1100 with a 47% win rate. That's how long ago it was. I mean, I completely and utterly sucked with it. But it's not a horrible tank. I mean, it's suitable for its purposes, I guess. I mean, E50 is better, and E50M is even better. Because, I mean, Oh, my adrenaline's still on cooldown. And look, I bounced that guy's 88, the short 88. So it must be stock. And then I rammed this guy for 154 damage. I didn't roll high enough to kill him. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to ram him again. So we picked up 2 kills. Yeah. Nothing really special to account for on that game. Oh, I did do 2200 damage. Top of the team on damage. Not top on XP because bottom tier tanks get more XP for shooting top tier tanks. Their team got absolutely wrecked. 0 damage, 0 damage, 82. Which is from when I rammed him. I did take 2 hits and both bounced. That's because the Type 62 has worst of its pen in its class, and the VK3002D I've never played, but it was using the short 88. Short 88 has, I think, 100. Yeah, it was no. I think it was this one, 145 pen. Same pen, yep. So it did defeat those shots. I mean, yeah. But as for weak spots, if you can't actually pen the front of the hull, which I don't know a lot of tanks can, and you can't pen the front of the turret, this is a weak spot, this is a weak spot, this is a weak spot. If you shows your side, this is a weak spot, this is where the ammo is. And if it shows your rear, this is the weak spot, and that's a weak spot. I mean, you should easily be able to pen the front of the turret, because it's only 100. Cool. 100 or so. Yeah. While we play another game, stop talking about armor. The reason I'm doing this review is because one of my subscribers requested it, because he doesn't enjoy, he doesn't enjoy the tank, or he doesn't do well in the tank, whichever you prefer. And I'm in the same boat. I don't particularly enjoy playing this tank. I'm sure if I played it a lot more, I would probably learn to use it more efficiently, because right now this is my 4th battle since I sold it a year and a half ago, and so far the last one was the best one, and I should be better than doing just 2200 is still pretty decent for a tier 8. But I want to show you guys an ace or something, show you guys something special. Because right now all I've done is shown you how to drive a tank and ammo rack at Type 62. Oh, my tank went up when I fired. I rammed him for 274. That's the pleasure you get from being the heaviest medium tank at this tier. I'm gonna shoot him. The RU finished him off because I only have 220 alpha. RU is 225. I think I did high roll though for 227. But, 7 damage isn't that massive a high roll. 188, and that you can see is the downside to using an 88. Sometimes you roll for under 200, and that can be so annoying. 300 damage from that stupid KV-13. I think we got his track, so let's not block the 49, have a shot, thank you. But he only did 229. He should have used it. He did use HE, he just didn't pen. I'm gonna just sit here and put shot into his turret. Come on, 49. Come on, 49. Don't make me take a hit. I swear, if I had taken that hit, I would have been so angry. That 49 was holding his fire to get the kill. Simple as that. That 300 damage from the KV-13 was insane. 2,300 damage in a 2-minute game. That is incredibly fast. I gotta figure out why that guy sent me that message, but whatever. We're top tier once again. Thank goodness. There's 49A on either side, but that's the only tier 7. We have a 49, a regular 49. I shouldn't be covering my mouth when I'm talking like this. Oh, so my audio is probably a bit too loud because this headset I haven't got a chance to to buy a new one or get a different one. So it's still the same old one, which with its wires coming uninsulated, the mic not working some of the time. Yeah. Anyways, they only have a 40. Oh, there's the 49A. Hi. 258. Beautiful damage roll. 2 of them are in town so far. 3 of them over here. I missed the side because of my gun depression. This thing, I believe, has more gun depression on the side of the tank than the front. A lot of German tanks are like that. Most notably the E50s. Come on, team. Don't run away from me. As you can see, even with that angle, he was able to just go through it, and yeah, I'm gonna die up here, hit 4. Okay, we've taken half of his health off, but he's got backup, so there's the backup. That's some skill there. I just bounced the guy off my rear. We're gonna turn, and 49's A is dead, so it's me versus a mod 1. Oh crap. Over angling didn't work out for me. I could put 1 more shot on before he's, or maybe 2. And then I'm gonna die. Yep. Thanks, T-49A, for running away. We could have had them up there. You can see that even with my angling, it wasn't enough to prevent him from penning. So that 100mm frontal upper plate is iffy at best. I'm hoping our ISU stops messing around with our IS-3, which it appears he has. Excuse me. And goes and kills them. I did take most good half of that guy's health. If I'd penned my first 2 shots to him, he would have been so much better because he'd be a 1 shot for our ISU. How is our Tiger II doing? Tiger II is in fantastic shape. ISU is actually using the 120 too. He's not going to pen the 54 mod 1, but he's going to die before even getting a chance to shoot the mod 1. But if our Tiger's smart, the Tiger will keep him pinned. Come on, ram. Beautiful, beautiful. Now shoot. No, shoot the cupola. Cupola. You don't back up. Okay. Thanks. Beautiful. Okay, so we actually did win that one. I did not expect to win that one. I didn't see what that 49A who ran away, what he did. 0 damage. Yep. We did the 2100 damage. Unfortunately, that mod 1 did pretty well. If I'd managed to pen him twice more, it'd been nice. That's just a stupid friend request. So that's like the 3rd battle. That one did take a bit more time, but you know, I'm starting to get a feel for the tank. Well, I've played this tank, but it's been a while. I mean, so far I've got 3 games in a row with over 2,000 damage, which is pretty good. Let's see if we can make a 3,000 damage game. Let's see if we can bounce some shots. The only shots we've bounced, I think we bounced 2 the last battle and 2 the first battle. The 2 last battle, one was off my rear, which shouldn't have happened, but, you know, whatever. Yeah. And then the 54 mod 1, which shot my over-angled frontal plate. And look at this. I've noted on the matchup, we are top tier. Pretty high top tier, too. There's only 3 tier 8s on the other side. Look at that. Exactly 200 damage. Zoom. Oh, we should have went for the tracks. Oh, but he did get tracked anyways. Missed the tracks. Turret. I don't want my turret to stay damaged. And now no, not that. We go to this key. And I didn't expect, yeah, why would I expect that to actually damage him? Just dinged him because we hit his mantlet and not right next to it where I aimed. That one missed him entirely. Oh, that's not my reverse key. I'm still a bit, not entirely as used to PC controls as I'd like. So that's why I just messed that up a bit. But I didn't take damage because of it, so I'm fine. Their super pushing is very low, actually. He must have got smacked pretty hard. I'm going to just go down here so we can push without getting shot by the T-29. Move type 62, thank you. And there's that SU. There's 49A. Trying to make. Oh, he shot HE instead of heat. Come on. No, he reloaded. I would have expected somebody to push with me, and instead this guy's just gonna sit here and shoot at nothing. He didn't even put a shot into the 49A. He didn't try to flank the SU. He's just gonna sit behind a rock, trying to use his non-existent gun depression. Oh, let's show our side to the SU. In this mode, he could have ran and flanked that SU, distracted him, and I wouldn't have died. Well, I wouldn't have died that fast. And now he got ran. He let himself get rammed. He doesn't have a light tank, and he let himself get rammed by a tank destroyer that's only fast in a straight line. I mean, it's fairly good at traversing, but yeah. Genius right here. And what a pathetic game. And yet we finished second on the team. Yeah, we missed once and bounced once. But yeah, that's 14 minutes of gameplay. And you saw how much I noobed out at the end. Play one more. That 62 was right on my side, and then he left to sit behind a rock. Really frustrating. Okay, so we are on dead rail, and we're top tier once again. That's amazing. Look, this is now the 5th battle of this video, I'd like to say. And I think that we've been top tier in all of them, and I'm pretty sure the 2 that I recorded but didn't decide to keep because they kind of sucked. Wait, is this the 5th battle? I think. Well, I was also top tier both times, so yeah. Okay, here we are. I mean, we're not super top tier. There are 4 tier 8s on either side. We have the mobility advantage with 3 mediums and 2 light tanks. They have armor because they have a KV4, which is quite a hard nut to crack. And oh look, there's one of their mediums. There's one of their lights. Okay, we're just going to put a shot out at random. Hope that hit. I didn't get actually spotted. I was expecting to get spotted, which is why I took that shot. T-71's dead. That's pretty much a given. Where did that shot go? So that was a couple of bad shots, to be sure. Look at that angle, and I still penned him. Put that shot out because, I mean, while they don't deal a lot of damage because they don't have massive alpha, they still can hurt. And if he gets the right shot, he can ammo rack me, and that would end my game. Instead, he got the Indian. Just gonna not poke right now. I need that 49A dead, and that's simple as it gets. Wow. I very badly aimed that shot. I mean, I barely aimed that shot. Barely aims means badly aims. Aimed. Aims? What is my... What is with me and words? I mean, sometimes I can say really intelligent sounding sentences, and other times I struggle over the simplest words. Apparently that's a sufficient angle to bounce. Apparently that is also. And he doesn't have the final shot to finish him off. I did. Yeah, I hit 5 instead of 4 accidentally. Thank you, 69. Even though you died, you secured a kill. I cannot keep demonstrating. And this guy's gonna finish me off. Yeah, he hit and penned that angle. Oh, that's awful. No armor on this thing. Even though it supposedly does have armor. He's dead. Team collapsed. I don't understand how. And instead of trying to finish off the M4, you do that. Okay. 2,400 damage and top of the team. I mean, this guy did decent damage, but he just played passively. That's what it takes to get a first class in that tank. Okay. Anyways, I'm done with this video. I'm done with this tank. I don't like it particularly. I mean, I did decently, 2,400, around 2,000 damage every game, which raised my average in it by 20. Cool. My win went up by 1. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video and enjoyed what I do, and shout out, I will shout you out in the comments since I can't remember your name. Shout out to you who suggested this idea, or this tank. And yeah, if you enjoy what I do, as I was trying to say, and would like to show that you do and support the channel, please don't forget to hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new, and comment your video suggestions. The next one is probably going to be the M46 Patton, or the Churchill gun carrier, whichever I fancy. I'm going to say Patton. Yeah, gun carrier is low on my priorities. So yeah, with all that being said and done, I'll have to say to y'all, have fun, stay safe, and bye. And please don't forget to name yourself. Give me a name to call y'all, because it's come to my attention that certain people think my intro is boring. Okay, and yeah, that's it. I'm Zax, and you all know that, and I'll see you. Yeah, I will. Oh wow.